connectivity issues. I'm back streaming, and hopefully we don't have any. We've you can see here riding on board with Lee. He's 144.6. We got Nam Bulldog on a 145.3. Senior Ghost a 146.7. Avilach on a 147.5. Nam Assassin 148.6. Some guys out, and these tires are the intermediates, so it looks like it is the correct tire to be fitted in these currently drying conditions. Do I still have my fellow commentators with me?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Right. Okay. Good. So looks like you're all.
We have another retirement.
Yes. Okay. You followed him. Did you see any incidents?
No, I did not see. I just saw on the bottom of my screen as soon as I was looking up.
Cool.
But hopefully we can see what happened today.
100%. Thank you. So yeah, Nick Gish out, meaning, well, we do have an additional retirement, so only 13 cars remain in this session. They will all make it through to well, they won't all make it through to Q3. 3 of them will fall out. Right now, Manu Dietrich, Divan Swanepoel, yet to set a time. Boris still in the pit. Kudong's out. GJ Buerta back in the pit. Wizards first rule still in needing to set a time. Yes.
Looks like race control has just enabled DRS, and I think many people are going to be switching onto the slicks possibly, or something like that might happen, because I see many people going into the pits now.
I wouldn't really go on to any other compound than intermediates at this stage. Your track is still very wet, very cold. You still have some drain drops there, so you go on to the mediums and softs. It's a big gamble.
Yes, as Divan there on a 144.3 going through to take the quickest time on the Inters. You say take a gamble, Willem? Would you take the gamble?
Yeah.
Yes, I would. High risk but high reward at the same time.
And that's.
I think it's the same as when Lewis Hamilton at one stage was also on a track like this, and they also had a big problem with rain. Oh, I saw rain has just stopped now. So, we've got 5 minutes left. I think if you can go out into a medium or at least a soft, but at least pump enough heat into their tires, I think we'll put the ball out of the park.
Yeah, so those then opting to go to the dry tire. Lee on the medium, Senior Ghost on the softs. They both still in the pit. On the outlap is Boris. He's on the soft, so I think we'll follow Boris around. He's the first one who's going to take the leap of faith. GJ Buerta also still in the pit on the softs, and then Wizards first rule now also going on the softs and on an outlap. So let's follow Boris round in the Mercedes Benz as he goes down the straight towards turns 10, and then he'll be going through sector 3 to then start his lap on those softs with 4 minutes to go. Gentlemen, now it gets interesting.
Yeah, I'm checking now, like, what grip levels is he going to reach, what temperature levels is he going to reach. I can't really see any of those informations, but if I have to take it from this, I will try to zigzag this track as much as I can in the racing line, because I can see the track is slightly drying itself out. So this will be a very, very, very fast fight. A very good moment to check it out as well.
Yeah, 100%. As you say that Boris Zeron then starts his flying lap, goes on at about 2 minutes 30, then decide if it is the right option. I think it is, definitely is, looking at the conditions. That gives you enough time to get around and start your lap. And we know the last car over the line will have the best advantage to get themselves into the top 10 and then through to Q3.
Totally agree with you. He does a purple there in sector 1. Will 99.9% of the time do a purple in sector 2. I think your long turns are still there, so you don't want to underestimate certain of these turns. Curves are still wet, corners are still cold, so there's still possibilities of making a small little mishap.
Yeah. So yeah, you still got that moisture then laying on the track. Seems like all then on the dry tyres. Avelach just came into the pits. Looks like he'll be changing over. He'll need to hurry if he wants to get his lap in to then get on. He is pretty much safe at P6, but not currently the way Boris is performing on these softs. I think everyone will then start to improve their times. As we watch Boris now come in, he comes over the line to go.
What?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Lovely, lovely. Fulham.
Best feeling in the world.
Yeah, best feeling, yes, you know it, don't you? Best feeling in the world. Very good lap there. Well done, Boris. So we do have Wizards first rule now.
We're gonna see, and what, I don't know what other way to state this, but it's gonna become a balls up on this track now. Everyone's gonna try and push for this. There wasn't enough time. If you didn't pull out at least 3 minutes 15 or at least 3 minutes,
yeah,
I think your chance is lost. You might as well throw in the towel and see what the race is going to hold for you. If I was a lot of people like this, you can either sandbag and use your initial drive strategy at the end of the day. It will benefit you to the best abilities where other people's already playing their biggest hands in qualifying.
Yes.
So I would have kept the best for last, but that's me. But I can see that a lot of guys are trying to put the top hats on and see who's the biggest man in the room. But let's give it to them. This is incredible lap time.
Fantastic lap times that these guys are putting on now, and Lee then goes quickest as we see the times dropping. GJ Puerta as well then going third. Donks looks like he's starting a lap out on the medium, so what you see now on the telemetries are the fitted tyres. Rishan there going third on a 135.3. Yes, that's an Aqua's friend, a long-time racing buddy. We have which looks like Wizard's first rule coming over. He does not set a time, might have run wide one of the corners. Nam Bulldog goes first. Look at that time, gentlemen. Very good time. His teammate Avilach comes over the line. He finishes in 9th. He can't even get further up the order.
Well then, sorry to interrupt you. Let's quickly go to Divan. He's on a quick flyer here at this stage. I don't know if it's going to be in contender with Nam Bulldog, Lee van der Rooyen and Barry's, but I can see this is going to be an incredible lap time.
So as he comes around turn 15, the final corner, puts the hammer down, opens the DRS, runs towards the line, and he goes 131.2.
Beautiful.
Fantastic lap, absolutely awesome. We have Nam Assassin coming over the line. He goes 6th. And what do we have here? Looks like we have Kadonks coming through corner 15 as well. Hits open that DRS. Comes over the line, goes 5th. He's safe. Definitely going to be safe for the Q3. Who else do we still have that can improve? We have Rishan. No, looks like he's on a slow down.
Oh,
We
Manu
do.
going fourth there. Beautiful.
Manu Dietrich, yeah, thank you. Ferrari going out the way there of Overlach. Yeah, he's
So
pushing, but
we've got
yes.
DBR here going on his flying lap here. You guys want to climb on board and just check out this lap? It can maybe be in contender with the rest of the guys on top. You see everyone's
Right, so
pushing
follow
up
him
the
around.
field beautifully, yeah?
And from my
Turns 3,
perspective,
4,
this-
comes to turn 5.
From my perspective, Q3 is really when everything's going to kick off. That's really when everybody's going to be putting on something else, and they're really going to bring out what everything they've got. And I really can't wait for that, because these lap times that some of the drivers have been setting now is absolutely amazing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually it. DBR 257 misses out there.
Oh,
Unfortunately, does not make it into Q3. Finishes 11th. Unfortunately for him, the track was really drawn up. They had all intentions to make time. So out is DBR 257. We have Abilach, who is out. Nick Gishen didn't say the time. He's spun out. And Wizard's first rule, I don't think he got a lap time in. I think he might have had some penalties or some ran wide or cut a corner. We know the game's very strict regarding that. Right,
yeah.
so could Aqua, could I ask you if you could maybe just invite Nick Gishen into the commentary box? Let's have a word from him. Find out what happened.
Sure, I will.
Thank you. Good stuff, boys. Now, again, times reset. Q3. This is what's going to determine the grid for the top 10. And dry session again, so not rain affected. Soft tires. We don't have to play strategy in Q3. We know these tires aren't used for the race. The boys can push it, turn up to 11. Willem, do you remember your Q3 from Monday?
Yeah, I was a little bit stressed out at a certain stage because I was going out my socks on Q2, and then when they actually I just started laughing because I told myself this is not the car I wanted to start with, but I made them work, and yeah, I think a lot of the things, and I think it has saved a lot of people a lot of trouble as well, was that safety car in the race.
Yes, the safety car was caused by myself and Rota 26-speed turbo. He unfortunately...
You guys actually made the race for me, so because when I saw you guys fly past me, I was just like, yes! So,
Right.
there we go.
I re-watched that accident a few times. I tell you, as an accident, it was absolutely spectacular. Obviously no foul play in that accident. He just unfortunately lost it going through turns 2. And I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I T-boned him, unfortunately ending his race. Also compromising mine, but it was absolutely amazing when you watch the replay back. So we have Senior Ghost heading up everybody.
I've the Rota before, so I know the feeling.
Yes,
Guys, Nick has joined.
Alright.
How's it going, guys?
Mr. Gisha, how are you?
Alright, thanks, and you guys?
Good. I think Willem's got a few questions for you, sir.
Hello, Willem.
Nick, what happened there today?
Buddy, the wet was really hectic. I lost my concentration for a couple of split seconds, due to a family member, because, I wish I was in an actual F1 car and these things wouldn't happen. And I looked back up at the TV, and the next thing I was missing a left front car. So, very disappointing, unfortunately. But look, I am struggling a little bit in the wet, and I am usually an automatic driver, and the league's just switched over to manual. So, got a lot to learn, and I think there's a big learning curve. So we'll see what happens.
You still have a big opportunity to gain up on the track coming from to a dry session now, because that's what you guys all practice for.
That's it.
It's actually going to be a beautiful race for all of you guys. So,
I hope I can get some overtakes. That's it.
The best of what you can.
Thanks for having me, guys, and thanks for commentating again.
Cool.
Cheers.
No problem, Nick. Enjoy.
Awesome, guys.
Good luck, Nick.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers, goodbye. Right, as we saw there, the Ferraris on the back straight, and then giving us some space. Rishan then now leading the pack. Before it was Senior Ghost. So Senior Ghost looks backed out of that lap. We follow them around. Yeah, he purples obviously sector 2 because he is first out on the track to set a lap. But right behind him as well, in tandem, are the Ferraris and the Red Bulls. We'll see Rishan go over, and then we'll follow through to see who then sets the quickest lap time for the first round of outs. What do you think Nikishin would actually do now, considering he's got option of strategy? I mean, Aqua, you did very well on the mediums. What do you think he should do?
To be honest, I think really try and do a one-stopper. Maybe start on the softs, maybe, I don't know, maybe carry them until they're weared out completely, then take, I think, stops for 10 or so laps, maybe 11, maybe 12, then change onto the mediums and carry that until the end of the race, in my opinion.
Right, yeah. And just give us a bit of a feedback on the actual race that you had, because you did how many laps on the mediums?
I think 20.
20 laps on the mediums, yeah. That was a very brave choice, but actually a good strategic move there. Manu Dietrich just going on to him, goes third with a 132.7. Lee currently leading the pack there on a 131.0. Nam Assassin second, 132.6. As I said, Manu Dietrich third. Kadonks on a 132.8. Rishan 133.1. GJ Buerta on a 134.5. So Senior Ghost, who was leading the pack, has then run wide or cut a corner and had an invalidated lap time. Boris has just obviously started his lap here, and I'm going to follow him, just watch his sector 1 as he makes his way through corners 4, 5 and 6. Pretty tight section of the track here. You can get it wrong. I found it pretty difficult at points. He does a purple sector. There goes Boris for sector 1. Guys, that turns 3, 4, 5 and 6 really tight. I think you have a lot of concentration there. You can make up a lot of time, but you can lose a lot of time going through there as well. So, on the comments here, yes.
Do you think someone will be able to break the 130 mark, or what do you think will happen?
Time what? Look, Lee's on a yes, we can get into the 130s. Looking at what Lee's done, a 131.0. If I can guesstimate the time, I would say maybe a 130.8. As we see Boris now crossing the line, he goes second on a 131.2. So yes, I think now that the guys are more familiarized with the track, also the drying conditions, track's heating up, we got the soft tires. They should all hopefully have all fresh soft tires. I think we can get into those 130s. Willem?
And another question for you, who do you think is going to break the 130 mark?
I think we actually said it, we discussed this as well. Who are our top 3 or 4 drivers? Who's capable of doing the 130s? I think, given the times that are out there now, the top 3 to the top 5 maybe are capable of actually reducing their times with the right concentration. Divan now coming over to start his lap. Divan is definitely one who can go into the 130s. Absolute smooth driver, puts the car in the right position through the corner, through the apex, powering out. Really admire his style of driving. Looks after his tires well. So we'll follow him through. But towards Divan, with Lee in second, Boris then in the mix on the top 5. But let's hope Nam Bulldog as well. Actually, as I say his name, he goes first. 131.014. So we are edging towards that 130 mark.
I think with the 130 mark, you actually need to do a splendidly flawless lap in accordance to the rhythms, the braking, everything like that. And there's a lot of turns that you can gain on as well. And if you didn't practice enough, you don't know that turns that you need to push harder at the end of the day. So if you're not going to push that turns that time, you're not going to make it to the top 3. That's my point of view. But that's the only thing that pushes you during qualifying. It's just to brake a little later, give it a little bit more power, just to get that extra tens or hundreds of a second at the end of the day.
Yeah, you're right. You need the finesse of Jenson Button, but the aggression of Max Verstappen on this track.
130.
There we go. There's your 130, and it is a 138. 130.8. My apologies there, Divan. Aqua, there's your 130 you wanted.
I mean, I'm really glad it's also from the McLaren too. So looks like we're both doing good in tier 1 and tier 2. So it's actually nice to know that we're up there now.
Those McLarens are hooked up absolutely perfectly then. Nice, man. So yeah, just on the comments we have Let's Go Lee 130 from Sean van Rooyen. Family support there. Very nice, guys. Please share the stream. Please like it. Please subscribe. We want to make FDR the go-to racing league, or the fun racing league, but also be serious and competitive. Your assistance on the comments will do that by liking this stream. We do apologize for the intermittent connectivity issues. I think we're into a new phase of FDR league racing. We're trying out a lot of different things. We just need to ensure that every race we improve to bring you a better experience. But also, if you like it, subscribe. The more we get in on the stream, the more ideas we can get through from you guys, but also the interaction then improves. So yes, again on the comments, some tier 2 drivers commenting here as well. COVID-19 Pat, my teammate in the pink Racing Point, saying here, easy to do medium soft if you run consistently on the medium, which Corvid actually did. Corvid Pat, he did very well on a one-stop strategy. I was on the 2-stop. We have Dylan van Wijngaard, my cousin as well. Thank you very much for commenting. Go Lee. Antoni, yes. Tones, come on, Wizard. Go big boy. That's it. Some support here for Boris Manu. Tell Aqua to make his mic louder. Can you, yes, guys, can you just maybe re-comment on that to see if Aqua... I see you did comment there, Aqua. Go Papa Whiskey, you are the best Papa Whiskey. Did Papa Whiskey join, guys?
Oh.
Not sure. Then DRS Digital Racing Sim. Let's go, guys. The more practice, the better. Be fast. If you're not in front, you're lost. Yes. Yeah. Second is just the first of the non-winners. Not going to say losers. Not very nice. Right, so we have Kadonks out on track. He's down in sector 2 by 7/10. Runs wide going through turn 11. My apologies. So I don't think this will be a quicker lap for him.
We got retiring from the session. What has happened?
Yeah. Oh no, we've got the checkered flag, boys and girls. And who is currently on the lap? Manu's on the lap, but he's down in sector 2 by 2/10. He's not going to improve too much. Sector 3 is very tricky to get it right. Senior Ghost was down in sector 1. He got a bit out of shape there. He's the only one in Manu that can actually do anything, but we follow Manu Dixon around turn 13, then to turn 14, coming up to the final corner, turn 15, and he goes down. Let's see if he can get up from that 6th position. Can he? Does not improve. He gets a checkered flag, and boys and girls, that's it. Senior Ghost is still coming round turn 12, round turn 13. Oh, he's on a slowdown lap as I look at his lap time. That's it, boys and girls. Divan for pole. Congratulations, well done to the McLaren team. Aqua, how do you feel about that?
I feel amazing. Since I knew yesterday I couldn't bring home the P1,
Yes.
but now I know Divan has a very high chance of getting P1 today for McLaren. Also, I have high hopes in the Stallions too, because anyways,
Right, so sorry to the Aqua. Let's just run through the top 10 quickly. So that's Divan for pole, Namdog 88 second, Lee van Rooyen third, Barry 01 fourth. So our top 4 pretty much almost what we expected to be. Nam Assassin 5th, Manu 6th, Kadong 7th. Actually expected him to be in the top 4. Senior Ghost 8th. He gave us a bit of a spectacular weaving down the main straight after his lap there. Rishan, his partner, his teammate then in 9th. GJ Buerta rounding out the top 10. And boys, that is a fantastic qualifying. Started wet, ended dry. Yes.
I actually just want to say well done to GJ Buerta, because I've been practicing with him basically the whole week. And with what he's doing today and how he's going to finish this, I'm actually very proud of what he's accomplished, because I wasn't able to take that leap to go from auto box to manual box, and for coming into the top 10 on your first manual race, it's incredible, honestly. Like, I can't actually get something like that myself.
Yes. I think maybe just not to delve too deep into the events that went down regarding the change of gearbox from manual to auto. Look, we want to be fantastic drivers, but we also want to ensure it's a fair playing field as the boys line up for their formation lap as they go down. Yes, going from assisted gears to manual, especially on a controller, for those who do drive on controllers, there's a lot to do, a lot to think of, and all fantastic. Actually, then congratulations to GJ Buerta then for actually making that leap and coming in the top 10, because I know a lot of the guys were saying it's going to be a difficult transition, but I think he's probably proved to us today that it's possible. Some practice, it's a mindset that you just got to understand. I can do this. Boys are totally skilled at controlling these cars with every aspect of the assists then turned off. So actually well done to you, Willem, because I mean, you know, encouraging him and coaching him through this as well. You're saying, you know, you find it also a bit difficult then to change over. Have you been practicing on the manual gears?
I honestly think I'll only go over to manual gears as soon as I've got a proper setup with the steering wheel, pedals, etc. Because you can get into the groove like that. I think a controller is more arcade based or than simulated based if you have to take your driving to the next level at the end of the day. So I would rather save it for the flappy paddles, like everyone loves to say.
Yeah.
So
going full sim, yes.
You get used to that with all the buttons, etc. With your ERS, you want to do it proper. Like if you don't do it proper, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
So let's rather stick it to the normal rules. So let's.
Yeah, Willem, I mean you're right. Because Aqua himself, I think, you also mentioned you do race with a controller and pedal setup, but now recently you've had some issues with your pedals and now onto the controller itself. How's that transition been?
No, I haven't switched from the pedals. The reason I'm still on the steering wheel system, but the only problem is my brake pedal. I used to kick it when I was, I think, 10, and I think that was a very stupid move for me, and I broke it. It still goes down and everything, but it only applies a little bit of pressure onto the brakes. So I just put it in there just so I know that if someone's in front of me, they're slowing down really fast.
Cool, okay. Thank you guys. Let's just pay our attentions now towards the formation of the grid, and the lights will be coming on soon. We do know Codemasters likes to keep us in suspense sometimes. And we have...
4 lights, 5 lights. Too much light. And
oh, it's beautiful. Great start there by Divan, coming through, pulled away nicely, but we have Lee van Rooyen up this. Oh, we have a bit of an issue right there at the back there. Senior
Looks like the Ferrari.
Ghost. Yes, Ferrari's coming together. Did they come together or what? They've. Oh my word.
I think it was one of the cars in front. I think it may have been the Red Bull of Kadongs or.
Yes, let's just have a look at some end plates on Kadongs there. Looks like he's still got his end plates. A little bit of incidents, but it looks like everyone's away clean. The top 3 away nicely. So the order remains Divan, Nam Bulldog, followed by Lee van Rooyen. Boris not very far behind Lee. That battle for second's going to heat up in these next few races. Oh, Lee runs wide, locks up the front right, goes over, has to see the position. Because he's actually gone off track, he's now down to 4th. Yes, Aqua.
Yeah, so carrying on with the previous events of the starting lineup, I checked the 2 Ferraris cars. I couldn't see any damage on the front wing, so I think it may have been someone else included in that situation, possibly a Red Bull or a Haas. But I've checked the 2 Ferraris cars, and from what I can see, I don't see any damage on them. So.
Well, I do notice we actually have a change for GJ Buerta. He might have got caught up in that accident. I don't see any damage to his front wing right now. He's dropped down 4 positions. Yes, his front right side end plate is damaged, but he continues. I have a Reynolds there with a bit of a tank slapper. It's Burnout 007. So, yeah, that is an issue. It's something that I detest, is getting your end plate taken off. My biggest issue, I go straight then into the pits and get a change. Yes, Willem.
Got a beautiful battle here between Senior Ghost and DBR for 8th place. They've been going at it for quite a while now. See, Nika's got a 3-second penalty there for multiple warnings. But I can see that at least the Racing Point is keeping up the pace, but the Ferrari is keeping that constantly.
He's right there behind him, a Senior Ghost then. So DRS not yet enabled. Oh no, we have Nick Gishin there running wide behind them. Luckily not losing any positions out there. Wizard's first rule still 2 seconds adrift, but we go back to Senior Ghost, as Willem said. Tight squeeze, runs up the inside of the curb. Does not make that position. Right, boys, there we go. Boris now moves into second. What? Nam Bulldog is
Gets spin out.
spin out. Comes, rejoins the track safely. Yes, he does. Nice, uses some of the runoff area. That's a bit unfortunate there. So Boris then up to second. Nam Bulldog losing out some positions there. Right, boys.
Between Dogs and Man U coming into turn 1, we'll see if the Red Bull has the pace.
Right, boys.
DRS has been enabled now by Racing. Let's see how the race will change due to DRS rules.
So DRS, ladies and gentlemen, allows the drivers to open a flap in their rear wing on a given straight. So there's a detection point, and at that detection point you need to be within 1 second of the car in front. As we see, DBR 257 is well within that 1 second. So as we pay attention to his rear wing, we'll see it open up. That allows the air to flow through the car a lot quicker, helping him gain that extra kph on the car in front. But Manu then easy over around Nam Assassin. So that's an example of the DRS working fantastically there. Kadongs keeps his position, defends it off DBR 257. He then also had the DRS. So we see now DBR coming back at Kadongs and actually getting that position as they come around. Beautiful overtake, lovely driving. That is fantastic by them.
Yeah, I see that menu battle between Nam Assassin was beautifully escalated. And I can actually understand that he's done it beautifully, but what I can see here is Barry's is also increasing his gap to Devon. And they are actually very close, so if you have to watch this battle closely, something miraculous.
Kadof's goes wide into turn 14, I think, and the Ferrari cedes that position now.
Right, yeah, so I can see he has dropped down, but this battle between Barris and Diva now heating up. Not heating up, we don't want to hit anybody here, heating up perfectly, going through turns 3, 4, coming to turns 5. So as we can see, there's a little board that says DRS detection. They come around turn 6 into turn 7, and there's that little line that helps you with that DRS detection. We'll follow on with Divan here to see if Boris then can catch onto the back of him and overtake into the chicane. No, what a defense by Divan, but Boris goes around the outside. No defense, comes back, and Divan keeps it. This is absolutely awesome tier 1 racing. These guys are in tier 1. They give each other plenty of time, and he takes it again. Boris around the inside through turn 10. Oh, this is awesome. I cannot get away here. These guys are... Oh, and Demon again takes first. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, but just watch as they go through. Oh, no, Boris there losing out a bit wide. Guys, there are some battles happening further downfield, but this is just too exhilarating to actually take our eyes off. Absolutely awesome. I mean, we've got battles between DBR, 257, Manu Dietrich. We've got battles going down further down between Nick and Kadonks.
We've got Lee also joining the party here with Divan and Barry's. Things might get very interesting for 1-3 now. And Manu is going up a place. DBR went up a place. Senior Ghost looks like he's spun out maybe.
Yeah, he goes into the pit actually. I see. I also thought he lost it there, but the reason why, I mean, a lot of guys know now, when you got two cars battling in front, you as the car behind, but you start to catch because they start to defend off each other. Lee's on a medium, so that's why Lee's maybe lost a bit of pace to the two front runners, but now that battle that they've gone through, it's allowed Lee to catch up, because instead of following their lines, they now have to defend lines from those behind. And as we're with Lee, yeah, he's right on the tail of Boris, keeps it all the way to the end. Boris is with DRS, but Lee goes up the inside, and he takes it. Beautiful. The Red Bull, absolutely lovely through that section. Geared up fantastic. Adrian knew he would be so proud. And he's coming right behind Divan. He goes around the outside. Oh, it's a potato. Divan loses it. No, Divan's out. Divan retires from the session. That cannot be nice for the McLaren driver as we watch him stuck in the wall, the tire against that wall. The two leaders then are now Lee and Barry's followed by DBR 257.
And
Boys.
he's diving into the pit lane.
Sheldon,
Yes, Aqua, talk to us.
is it possible to get 2, maybe 3 drivers of the day, even if one is retired?
Can we nominate race of the day, race of the year, race of the century? Because these 6 laps have been absolutely
So fun.
all out
This
there.
has been the best race I've watched from 2014, even in real life. This is the best race I watched on France from 2014.
Fantastic. Nick Kishan making up a position through turn 3 and 4. Positioning that Toro also beautifully. Avilach up to 3rd. So we have some guys pitting right now. We saw Boris going into the pits. Aqua, maybe we should contact the FIA and show them how real race should be run. Equalize the cars, give them the same engines, give them the same aerodynamic performances, and this is what you're going to get. Equal drivers pushing each other.
Pure racing from this, honestly. I can't understand why they won't bring in something like this. This will just generally prove the best races they use.
I'm sorry, even though I was driver of the day 2 days ago, I don't care. This race beats that whole race in one. This race beats everything I done in the race by like 20. Because the amount of defense from these drivers today, well, our top 3, or was our top 3, it's probably the best top 3 back to the first I've ever seen. Period. That's what
It's brilliant. As we see from 5th, 6th, 7th, they less than a second behind each other, chasing each other down. As we see the Kadonks going around the outside of, who's that? Manu, he takes a position. Manu goes down, but look at that racing point right behind Manu, actually pushing him along. Got the DRS open, coming through turn 1. Oh no, he keeps behind the Mercedes-Benz. I think he's gonna... Yes sir, talk to us.
I've just seen a comment from your partner. It's is it possible for you to turn on tire selection and how many laps they have on tires?
Right, we can do that for you, sir, no problem. So, those are the guys who've currently done a stop as GJ Buerta now on with him in the pits. He goes to me, the softs. Codemaster's doing a trickery on us. Puts a new nose cone on. So Boris is stopped, Namdog stopped, Senior Ghost has stopped. Those are the current tyres. So Nam, Bulldog 88 on the hards, Senior Ghost on the hards. The rest of the pack on the mediums still haven't stopped. Barry's the only ones now on the medium that has stopped. And GJ Buerta then back out on the softs as well after his nose cone change as well. Right, boys, as things settled down, how was that for an opening stint?
The best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Literally the best I've ever seen.
I don't even think we're going to have much to or even breath to commentate further on this race because it was just absolutely brilliant.
If we had a face cam, you would have seen how I looked. I looked like an absolute clown, but I was in shock at how good of defending and how good everything was in that first 6 laps. But it's unfortunate for Devon for crashing out in such an early stage like that.
Yeah, very. Barry setting the fastest time now on his mediums, a 1:55.9. Willem, where would your nerves be? Where would your sweat levels be if you were in this race right now amongst these guys?
I think, honestly speaking, with a lot of guys like Rick, DBR, Avila, and Skadongs, they're very good strategists at the end of the day. So you can see they've been jumping with 9 places, at least 9 places, and that's. I see Wizard's first rules also moved up at least 6 places. Each burnout is going up at jumped another 2. I think the worst one is for Barry is dropping 5 places and then Bulldog dropping 11 places. But I think this is also in consideration with their pit stop strategies that they're going up now for. So we'll see how that breaks up for them today.
Yes. So we see Manu and Kudong still in that battle then for 5th. Nam Assassin not far behind. He's lost 2 positions. But things are starting to settle now. Avilach is actually having a very good race. He missed out on Q3. But up 9 spots. So is DBR257. They're still on the mediums. Haven't stopped. Nick Kishan as well. These 3 are sticking together. Avilach is actually due a decent race, not?
Sheldon and Willem, if I may add something.
Talk to us.
I've just seen in the comments now, someone had said, who needs real racing? Who needs real F1 racing if we have full throttle racing?
Yes, thank you very much there in the comments. Yeah, who needs it? Look, we still want it, but come on guys, how can you be more involved in action than this? Really, it's absolutely awesome, exhilarating. I'm not even in the race. And as Avilach runs wide, trying to take DBR 257, still a battle there. DBR now tucking up behind him. Defensive driving, attack driving. We've lost one of our commentators. Hopefully we can get him back there. Aqua maybe having some connection issues. Apologies for that. But Avilach then securing that 2nd spot, but DBR is not giving up. You can see he's pushing quite heavily to make that position right back up.
Sorry, I just had a nut type problem as I was talking about it.
Okay, good. No, that's fine. It's good to have you back. every time I want to ask Willem to run us through the order to think we settled, things start to warm up again. But Willem, just run us through the order as things settle. Looking at Lee, he's really now stretching his legs out front, but Abilach is catching.
I see he's pulling away quite well there. You see I think at this stage of the race, you actually want to get away from the rest of the pack, and I think you must make the best of this opportunity to put in that 135s to 136s. You know, you want to keep them constant, because I constantly listen to what the guy behind me is doing to improve on my lap times to the best of my ability. But this is the crucial stage, because for your second lap time, you really choose high away, watch his fuel spending, his ERS, switch it over for 2 or 3 laps on high, keep it on none.
I think we have an issue there with GJ Botha spinning out in turns 14 now, heading off into the pits. I'm sure he has not pitted yet, so we'll just look for his pit stop detail. I think this will be his first stop. No, he has stopped. He did fit a new nose cone. He's actually going again into fit a nose cone. Unfortunate for him, starting 10th. That's a bit of a shame there for your friend Willem, because he was doing pretty well. Yes, he's had to serve his penalty. New nose cone goes onto the hards. Willem, sorry to...
He has now pitted.
So the leader pits. Thank you there, Aqua, for noting that. Willem, unfortunate for your buddy there. It's really sad to see that he qualified so well, obviously on the new settings, and now dropping down to 14th, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think you must just push it on and just practice on the race itself, because you're not gonna learn at the end of the day how the pressures work, etc. if you're not gonna continue on. If you're just gonna retire the race, then you might as well come back to tier 2 and race with us.
Yeah. Look, the point is we want to push each other, we want to bet ourselves, be a competitive league. Sometimes the guys feel that when they're running around with difficult settings, it becomes boring, it's not fun anymore. And yes, sometimes you make that decision where you've got to choose fun over the actual competitiveness. So, this league is nice and flexible. We can always still then move around between the tiers and see how we perform. Aqua, if I can ask, maybe can you try and get Divan, if you have got him as a friend,
I'll get him inside. I'll get him here.
Yes, please. Let's just find out what happened. Was they coming together with the Red Bull of Lee, or was it maybe just an over power from the engine and then spinning out? Thank you. Willem, as you see now, the top runners are starting to pit. They've done about 11-10 laps on those mediums. Looks like they're going to hards. Codemasters is playing a fool with us again, as we can see there on Kadongsa's car, coming out right on Am Assassin's gearbox.
Yeah, I can see there's a lot is going to change now in the next 10 to 15 laps. So if the guys can stick it out, like my personal preference, the hards was a very good tire for the track itself, but I wouldn't do it for you see it's lap 27 laps out of 12. We got another 15 laps. You might as well push that mediums to at least past 60 or at least 50%, because your tires are not just limited to what they tell you in the game.
Yes. And Lee makes a position on Wizard's first rule. We've got Willem, sorry, my apologies. We've got Divan here. Thank you, Aqua. Willem, you've got some questions for Divan.
Hello, guys.
Yes, Divan, what happened on that corner?
Yeah, I got a nudge from behind from the, got a nudge and went into the wall.
Oh. So, was it a long nudge, small or odd nudge?
No, it was actually small. I think only his wing got me, but then like my car to the left when I hit him.
Yeah, Devon, it was actually pretty disheartening to see you go out there because the race between the top three, yourself, Lee, and Boris, was heating up to be absolutely smashing. It's very unfortunate some of these things happen, but you must be gutted, really. It's really unfortunate from commentary as well to see because we were really enjoying that. Thank you very much for the way you guys were fighting with each other. It was absolutely awesome. Even the chat loved it, I must say.
Yeah, it's just a bit disappointing after having pole and leading the race.
Yeah.
And then getting taken out. It's a bit harsh, but it's okay.
Alright, no, thank you very much for joining us. Hope to see you fresh and bright for the next one. Enjoy your practice. Anything further from you guys for Devon?
I would just like to say something before Devon leaves. Devon, you did absolutely amazing there. If you didn't crash, you would have been my driver of the day, especially for that defense against Marius.
Thank you so much, Alco. Good luck.
Again, thank you very much, Devon. Thank you. Have a good one. Goodbye. Right, guys, I think you can actually hear the disappointment in his voice. I think also maybe a bit disappointing for the race.
Oh, there was another spin out by CJ Wolf, I think. Just
That's been
turn 13. Oh, he's slowing down. What's happening?
Well, we also have a Ferrari running a bit wide there. Senior Ghost himself.
Senior Ghost, what happened there?
There's a lot of action happening now in the midfield and I can't keep up to see. I see positions changing quite frequently. I don't know if it's pits or if it's guys being overtaken. Manu being overtaken now by the racing point of DBR. What did you see there, Willem? Was there an incident between the two of them? Gedonks?
Honestly speaking, both of them swerved out to the same way, so it might be a small notch that occurred there, but you know, it's racing, it will happen. You can't not have these incidents in races. But I see Senior Ghost is trying his luck with each burnout, so we'll see on this straight. He has the DRS advantage.
So he does have the DRS advantage right behind him, taking the inside line down to the chicane, turns 7 and 8.
So far,
8 and 9, my
like
apologies. Yes, and he makes the position.
So far, guys,
Yes.
I would like to ask you guys a question. Who do you think's has the most eventful race yet? Or as one of the drivers, who do you think's performing at their top now, at their best? They're doing a very interesting race and very I'm trying to find the word here, like very exciting race and making it very fun for the people watching at home.
Well, I think for me, I can say three of the drivers would be Lee, Boris, and Devon. Although Devon is out unfortunately on lap 4, they made it awesome that 3 of them are really fantastic drivers. Great, all different driving styles, but very closely matched. I can't really put my finger on it yet. Avalanche I think he's riding a brilliant race. He's now in the hards. I reckon he'll try and take that to the end. We've only got about 12, 13 laps left on board. We are on board with him now. Just moved down to Manu, who's 7 tenths behind DBR, so he's in the DRS zone. I'm not sure, Willem. What's your take on that question? Very difficult to answer right now too, but good question nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a tough one to predict out, but you know, I'll just play it out and see what happens further.
Yeah, no, I think if you look at the intervals, there's still a lot to come in this race. Strategies are hard. So Nick Gishin right now is still on the mediums, and he actually comes into the pits. Let's stay with him, see what he goes on to. He did 14 laps on his medium, so everyone else has gone on to the hards. That looks like it's going to be, if no incidents, it will be the only stops that they actually do. and then take them to the end of the race. Let's see if what this Codemaster is going to do to us. Codemasters is right, so those are the hards for Nick Gishin. That's him for the rest of the race in terms of pit stops, and he comes back out in P8, yes, P8 ahead of Senior Ghost, and Kadongs goes through.
I'd have to agree with you there. Avalanche has a very good race in front of him. He could possibly bring home a podium finish as well as his teammate Nam Bulldog. But other than that, I think my driver of the day before the crash would have been definitely Divan, because he was just performing at his best, got pole position, held it for 6 laps against some very formidable opponents such as Barry's and Lee. But unfortunately he did lose control of the car, and I think it was a racing incident. It happens in racing. It happened to me in Canada, it happened to me in Monaco. It's unfortunate things like that cost you the race, but sometimes it's just racing. You have to deal with it. As a driver, you have to be stimulated to say like, oh, okay, I crashed, now nothing we can do about it. It happens.
Yeah, it is one of those things that we need to look. We'll let them review their footage and let them then come to their conclusions. But yeah, it's pretty sad for the actual race itself, because it was heating up to be an awesome race. So we're riding on with Barry's. He's currently in front. He's done a stop. He's now then on the mediums, followed by Lee. So I don't know if Barry's will continue to the end on these mediums. You did 20 odd laps on the mediums. He's got around about another 10 laps, let's say 11 and a half laps to go. He'll be in the same sort of strategy you were, so I wonder if Boris can keep this on, see it to the end, then take the win. But Lee van Rooyen then on the hards, 6 laps old. Strong drivers always from Lee, very consistent driver as Boris. Nam Bulldog also having a fantastic race. We'll just have a look at, see if we can see some position changes here. So Nam Bulldog has lost one, but still having a fantastic race. Avilach making up the 8 places, my apologies. And then DBR making up 6 places. Right, so things are settling down a little bit more now, as we can see. It's going to be interesting towards the latter half of this race, Willem.
Sheldon, if I have to agree with you here, I think Barry's would be able to bring this home on the mediums, but I think maybe this race has been settled for him at P1, but it does look very formidable, because I'd say I could go on another 5 laps without those tires completely giving up on me. I still had a lot of grip towards the end, even in some of the fastest corners in the tracks, or on the track.
So, but as far as my knowledge goes, that did Lee put before Barry's? If I'm correct.
No, he put after.
But, you see, there's another 9 laps left, so their gap's not that far, and I see Lee is, I think, one mediums or hards.
Lee's on the hards, yes. I think
Lee can maybe pull something off here, because that another 9 laps on the mediums, you're gonna start losing your hindsight, and you're gonna start short shifting certain corners. You're gonna lose some seconds with that.
Yeah, no, you're right, and that position that Lee's in, I mean, on those hards, 7 laps old, he is actually eating into that lead that Barry's has. So I don't know if Barry's is maybe just nursing those tires, turned his ERS down, and turned his fuel mixture down, just to nurse those tires through the race to get it. But yeah, Lee has caught. Okay, there is a bit of a change back in Barry's favour, but Lee was slightly eaten into that lead. Nam Bulldog a further 16 seconds off the leader on 15 old hards. I'm not sure if that'll take him to the end, but be pretty interesting to see, because he did start on the softs. He did start on the softs, yes.
I think I may have my drive of the day settled in now.
Cool. We got a damn bulldog then into the pits, as we did say. He was on 15 lap old hards. Now on to the mediums. Look, Willem has got, let's say, a good part of 8 laps, 9 laps actually, 8-9 laps to finish off on these mediums. And let's see if he can push, because he's got good performance out of these mediums, and he's got the laps to do to actually catch up back to his position. He's right behind Nam Assassin. You think a good move there, Willem?
Yeah, I think if you switch over to a mediums at this stage, it's going to be the best pick. Guys are running hard. Hards is not going to gain it. Oh, we have contact between Manu and Dick. I think Manu ran a very wide corner there.
Looks like Barry's is going for another pit stop.
Yeah, Barry's in from the lead. 13 laps on his mediums. Comes in. He goes on to another set of mediums. Comes out now in second. He will. Avilach coming around the last corner, corner 15. So is DBR 257. He will. Yeah, Avilach goes.
Avilach takes the position from Barrios there.
DBR is. Oh, DBR and Boris come together there. Don't see any damage. Unsighted, maybe. That is unfortunate there, but Boris now on those fresh mediums. He's going to be a force to reckon with. He's 20 seconds off Lee. He's going to have to catch him at some serious rate of knots if he's expected then to get that position back. Right, boys, so in the comments, thank you very much again for commenting. Please do subscribe. Please do like. Let's continue to share this page as well. Get your friends, get your family watching. Help make FTR the go-to fun, awesome adrenaline rush races as we've had already. So we got some support here for Nam Assassin from COVID-19 Pat. PJ, dankie dan Amelia dat vir Papa Whiskey energy drinks koop om te race. So some guys getting some sponsorships on energy drinks from Tanya Amelia. Thank you, Tanya Amelia, for helping our drivers. Gordon van Rooyen, Lee, the next Shumi. Let's go. So some support from family members here for Lee as he is leading the race now on these hards with 10 laps, followed by Avilach and DBR 257. Also then on the comments, a lot of Team Red Bull Baby, Sean van Rooyen, Marco van den Merwe. Yes, again, as we can read that comment that Aqua did read. Awesome racing by the boys. Who needs real F1? We've got full throttle. DRS Digital's Racing Sim, DRS working, well, helping a lot on this track. Thank you very much for following our stream. Yes, it is. It's helping plenty of tons, giving us some decent racing here. Keep eyes on Avilach. Yes, we are second right now by about 5 seconds. But Boris is on that softer tyre, more grip, more pace. It's going to be nice to see Avilach defending off him as Boris comes rushing up to behind him. He's now ahead of DBR. More comments here. Sorry, guys. Awesome. Come on, Boris. Yes, Boris in a very good position.
I can see with the way the tracks lay out now, your 1, 2, and 3 and 4, your 3 and 4 can maybe turn out into a battle, but your 1 and 2 is safe until lap 24.
Willem and I'm starting to actually look at these times, and I'm agreeing with you. We can see that the guys, they're losing some time, they're gaining some time off those behind them. So we just move on to the intervals. Avilach behind Lee by 14 seconds. It's going to take some serious catching up with similar tyre life on them, and then also Boris. I think it's going to come in, yes, contention. look, he is eating into that lead quite quickly now, dropping down to 2.8 seconds. But there is still a podium position up for grabs if DBR 257 and Manu can maybe find some extra performance out of those hards and attack that car of Barry's on the mediums if he's pushing them to the edge.
Sheldon, if I may.
Yes, Aqua.
In my opinion, in my point of view, I think the top 3 is definitely set for the race now. Unless something happens as in a crash or in a spin out or any incident like that happens, I think if they nurse their cars properly, they nurse their tires properly, they don't carry more penalties more and more, then they definitely can keep the positions they are currently in. As you can see, I think there's closing down to 5 or 6 laps left of the race, and yeah, this race is really going to come down to the penalties, and depending on how many penalties you have and what are the severity of the penalties.
Yeah, no, you're right, 100%. We need to understand, look, this game is very strict regarding corner cutting, and we need to consider that these drivers do throughout the course of the race do run a bit wide and get some penalties. So that will be calculated immediately on the finish line by Codemasters for us. Although we saw on Monday my teammate COVID-19 Pat, shout out to you for finishing on the podium when Codemasters gave you a hand there. But yeah, the Codemasters do sometimes, the game doesn't read too well. But as we can see, Avelach needs to start thinking about hard defending lines as Barris is right behind him. Is he a sitting duck?
Looks like Barris is going to catch on to that DRS any time now as we're coming onto the back straight. This race, the positions might change here, might change from the...
As we ride now on board with Barris, you can see the speed differential with that DRS open. Cars are equally matched, but he's now right behind Avelach, position that car to overtake. Please, those comments. Sorry, yes, Willem.
No, Sheldon, as I can see, like with Barris and Avelach, they're both using a high setting in ERS at this stage. So each one of them was trying to fade. Oh, whoa.
That was pretty close. Pretty close there, yes.
But you see, both of them are trying to conserve the energy, but yet use it at the same time to get away from each other. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a tight one. It's gonna be a tight one.
Willem, you're right. Maybe give us an idea of a strategy that we could play nicely in both Avelach and Barris's race here. What would you be doing with the DRS if you both of those drivers? Because ERS is a deployment that will allow those drivers to have a bit of more HP out of the engine to either attack or then defend. What would your strategy be playing through that?
I'll switch it between low and medium constantly. Keep it on medium on the straights, low on on certain corners, just to build it up.
Yes.
And then for
and Barris goes down the inside. It stinks slap. My apologies there, Willem. Yeah, that was some hairy stuff. Yeah, sorry. Do continue.
It's a do or don't moment for Avelach now. Just to push that ERS out now. You can see us dropping very, very fast. So he's going to try and get out of this situation as fast as possible.
Yes, no, definitely. And a valiant effort here by Avelach. Really, let's look at those position changes again. And for him, 10 spots up now on the podium as we currently stand. Guys, please, in the comments, driver of the day. Look towards lap 25, 26 for your driver of the day. But I think, as I mentioned earlier, Avelach having a very good race. Nice and consistent now, very nice defending against Barris. So far preliminary before any other issues, he will definitely be my driver of the day. And a long time coming as well. Yes, Aqua.
I would have to agree with you on that. Avelach's performance today was exceptional, coming from I think P11 or P12, or I don't know where. P11 or P12, coming all the way to P2 on the podium. I think that's a very exceptional performance on the race today.
So Boris is making a little bit of inroads towards back to Avilach, but I think around another lap and then we'll see that battle going. But also mention out here as we ride on board, or ride with Nick Gishin, also 7 places up, riding pretty, having a pretty decent race as well. He is now also on the hards with Nam Bulldog following on the mediums. Willem, your ideas or your thoughts on your driver of the day?
Yeah, I would also go with Avilach at this stage. You've got Nick as well coming up 7 places from where he was. DBR at 4th place, also up 7 places. So you've got, my top 3 will be Avilach, DBR and Nick at this stage. They're climbing the ladder quite considerably. But, you know, the battle's going to become now between numbers 3, 4 and 2.
Yeah.
If the guy's going to push their best luck now, it has to come now or never.
Yeah, definitely. This is the point where you've got 3 laps, 2.5 laps, let's say, to go. Laps 26 and 27, and then the remainder of this lap. It is now or never. Put those, if you've got any RS deployment, put it on high, put it on overtake, use the fuel that you've been saving. Boris now opens that DRS flap, coming right behind Avilach. We're right on board with him to see his short shifts from 7th to 8th. I think he's lining up to take down the second part of the second DRS zone, which is on the back straight. We'll ride on board with him. Yes, Aqua.
I would like to ask who's got fastest lap, because I can't see it here.
Fastest lap right now, we'll have a look for you, detail here. Lap data, my apologies, I don't understand how to get there. There we go. Fastest lap is Boris with the 1:34.641. He's got the DRS open again, short shifts from 7th to 8th. Catching, and he has a look, but no, just letting Avilach know he's there. Yes, by 1.5 seconds, 1.7 seconds, he's got the fastest lap. That was probably set on these mediums on these as well.
I would like to say another thing. I think Burnout is slowly but surely catching up to them. So maybe a last lap pass by Burnout or something like that.
Oh, we got some close action here between Barry's and Avila. I think the next 2 corners will be the deciding factor.
And
oh, there we go, inside.
Oh, Boris loses! Oh, this is going to cost him a position, and it might free up Avilach to keep that second place. DBR now looking at the podium.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I've mistaken DBR for Burnout. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's alright. I think we're all getting caught up in this action. It's very difficult when you're trying to look all the way down the field. You've got so much going through here. So
I think DBR's going to push this lap. He's going to try and catch Barry's. If he has damage, he can come very far. But this lap has to be the lap. You see his ERS is done. Barry's is sitting on 24%. So it's going to be a tight battle. They're trying to conserve and use. But we'll see. He's going to
oh, Boris with a tank slapper. And he's just making his way through turn 7 and 8.
The podium is going to be the best.
Yes, this final podium place now. We're on the last lap. Lee is well out in front. I think he's now he's got his stamp on this race. Great racing there by Lee van Rooyen. But this, we can't ride. We will switch to Lee as it goes over the line. But we want to keep with DBR because we can see Boris, we can see Avilach. Boys, this is going to get seriously close now going to this last section of this. So please, again, driver of the day, boys. Please put in the comments there. Thank you very much. Please do like the stream. Please subscribe and share. Do again apologies for earlier's connectivity issues. We'll move off to Lee as he comes around the final corner. Red Bull, Christian Horner, Adrian Newey, everybody will be jumping up and down. He puts it right next to the wall. Lee van Rooyen takes the win at Paul Ricard, France. Avilach now, congratulations, well done. Definitely my driver of the day. Second podium. Boris moves to second because of some penalties. DBR 257 then promoted to the podium. Avilach, still my driver of the day. Congratulations. He actually comes in fourth. Manu then comes fifth. Nam Bulldog 88 6th. Skadonk 7th. Nick Gishin finishing in 8th. 9th, Senior Ghost 007 promoted his Nam Assassin, I think, there because of some penalties. Wizard's first rule coming around corner 15 now to come over to complete the 11th outside the points. Can I ask you, please, Aqua, to get us Lee, Boris, DBR as well, as we now... yeah, just the top 3 for me right now, please. Thank you. Then it's Burnout 007 on 12 lap old odds, coming around the final corner, finishing off his race. And that's it. And then obviously GJ Buerta, which may be a good congratulations goes out to him for making that step up to tier 1, finishing 14th. I think maybe lessons learned there. Gentlemen and ladies, that is our podium. As you see, Lee van Rooyen top step. We have we have the champagne celebrations. Adrian New in the background, looking very pleased with himself. Second then being Boris. DBR's 257.
Oh no, I'm having Wi-Fi issues.
Okay, so there's the final results for Paul Ricard, France. Lee van Rooyen taking that win. Boris second. DBR 257. Congratulations, sir. Starting 11th on the grid, coming on third, finishing up the podium. Abilach then fourth from 12th. Manu finishing 5th. The Nam Bulldog unfortunately starting second but only managing 6th. Kedonks Red Bull Racing finishing on 7th. Red Bull having a very good day. Nam Assassin 11 for Racing Point coming 8th. 9th Nick Gishon in the Toro Rosso starting from 13th. Senior Ghost rounding out our top 10 with the points for Ferrari. Ferrari unfortunately looked very strong, just not having a good day at all. Right, so Lee has joined us. Welcome, Lee.
Good evening, gents.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty pleased with yourself, I guess.
Excuse me?
You're pretty pleased with yourself, I guess. That was fantastic racing.
Thank you very much. Good race. I think we had a pretty decent strategy as well. Yeah. Pretty chuffed with myself right now.
No, nice, good. So, a little bit of a contentious issue around some of the incident between you and the McLaren, but we'll leave that for the stewards to sort out. But otherwise, the racing up front between yourself, Boris, and Divan was pretty good, pretty decent. Some very nail-biting stuff there. Tell me, how was your nerves throughout that?
No, look, it was pretty hectic. Obviously, I caught up to Divan and Boris pretty quickly. I think it's due to obviously them battling it out. Pretty tense. I managed to pass Boris, made it through the chicane, chasing down Divan, and then I'm not too sure what happened there. I'll also have to go back on my footage to check it out. But 1 minute Divan was there, the next he was gone. So
okay.
It's pretty straightforward from there.
No, thank you. Well, we move on to our next race next week. So some practicing coming up. But first Red Bull win for season 1, round 1. Congratulations again. We will. Oh, Boris has just left. Thank you, Lee. And we also just have an issue trying to get Willem. I know Willem would have had some questions for you. But thanks, Lee, and congratulations again. Well done to Red Bull. I see your teammate also finishing the points, so some good haul of points for you guys.
Absolutely, and we move on to Red Bull Ring.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Austria, good stuff.
Yeah,
thanks, Lee.
That's it.
Oh, Philip,
Right, gents.
Hold on, Lee.
No, I just say, I think Austria's also going to be very similar towards today. If everything has to play out, also a Europe circuit. Rain is very prominent to be in Europe.
Yes.
So we'll wait and see it out.
Yeah, it's look. Do we have Boris? I think Boris did he come in on the chat? Boris, join the party there. Boris is in. Hi, Boris. Yes.
Sheldon,
not
he
sure
can't hear you.
Okay, Willem, do you
think
wanna?
we
Yeah,
have to
maybe
do
just to chat with him. Willem can have a chat with him there on his second.
Hi there, buddies. So, how was the race for you at the end of the day?
Quali 1 went, Quali 2 went out to intermediate, and I think stopped,
Hi, team. You still there? Commentary team.
Yes.
Yeah, Willem, you still there? I just lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Barry still in with us? Okay, looks like we are having some connection issues. My apologies there. Do we have DBR 257 in?
Very well done, Barry. From me. Sheldon.
So, who do we still have in the from the invites?
DBR 257, but he's not seeming to join. I've invited him twice now. I think one of you, since you guys as friends, maybe invite him. He'll understand from you guys.
Okay. Look, yeah, we'll end off the stream and the broadcast there. We'll probably hear from DBR, or maybe put some podcast on the YouTube channel for him. Sorry, guys, I was not able.
Drive off the day. Everybody drive off the day.
Yes, driver of the day. So I think unanimously, well, I won't say unanimously, but Avilach seems to have votes on the chat for driver of the day. He is definitely my driver of the day. Willem and Aqua, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I totally agree with you with the same point.
Perfect, that's it. So in conclusion, that will be Avilach driver of the day, winner of France, Paul Ricard, Lee van Rooyen, Red Bull Racing, second Boris 01, Mercedes AMG Petronas, third DBR 257, taking it home there in third position on Racing Point. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. I think that was an awesome kickoff to the new shake-up series for FDR. Your final thoughts?
No, I definitely think, I hope we can have this commentary team again, because I don't know if we did good or not, but from my point of view, I think we did amazing. We blasted it out of the park, so yeah.
No, thank you, Aqua. Willem?
Yeah, I totally enjoyed it, and we must do it. Surely we have to do it again.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. It was actually very nice having you guys there. I think having three in the commentary box is very nice. We got the action, which was a lot of, which I think we can be very grateful for the kickoff of Tier 1's racing. But thank you very much, stream. Please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe the channel. We will be back next week, Monday, for Tier 2 racing in Austria at 7:45. Please look out for the channel. Put those notifications on so that you don't miss that. And good night, gentlemen. Good night. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
You too then, Willem. Cheers. Aqua, thank you.
Cheers.